Every second, the modern world consumes nearly 100 million barrels of oil. It powers the aircraft that connect continents, the cargo ships that drive global trade, the trucks that deliver food, the ambulances that save lives, and the machines that build our cities. Yet few people ever stop to ask a simple question. Where does crude oil actually come from? How can a thick, black liquid buried thousands of meters beneath the Earth's surface
become gasoline for your car?
Jet fuel for aircraft, point plastic for your phone, medicine that saves lives, and even the clothes you wear? The answer begins not in a refinery, but in an ancient ocean that existed hundreds of millions of years before humans walked the earth. This is the extraordinary story of crude oil. One of the greatest engineering, geological, and industrial achievements in human history. Imagine standing on Earth nearly 300 million years ago. There are no cities. No roads. No factories. No humans. Instead, vast tropical seas cover much of the planet. These ancient oceans teem with microscopic algae, plankton, bacteria, and countless marine organisms. When they die, their remains drift slowly to the seafloor, mixing with mud and fine sediments. Normally, oxygen-rich waters would allow these remains to decompose completely. But in certain deep, oxygen-poor environments, decomposition slows dramatically. Layer after layer of organic material becomes buried beneath sediments. Over millions of years, rivers carry more sand, silt, and clay into these basins, creating an ever-thickening blanket above the buried organic matter. The weight increases. Pressure builds. Temperatures rise. At depths of roughly 2 to 5 kilometers, temperatures often reach between 60 degrees and 150 degrees, conditions geologists call the oil window. At depths of roughly 2 to 5 kilometers, temperatures often reach between 60 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius, conditions geologists call. Here, the organic material transforms into a waxy substance known as kerogen.
This transformation is unimaginably slow.
With continued heat and pressure, kerogen breaks down into liquid hydrocarbons, the crude oil we rely on today. What takes nature tens to hundreds of millions of years can be consumed by humanity in only decades. That is why crude oil is considered a non-renewable resource on human timescales.
Crude oil is not a giant underground lake.
Contrary to popular belief, oil usually occupies tiny pore spaces within sedimentary rocks such as sandstone and limestone, much like water filling the pores of a sponge. Above these rocks, impermeable layers, called cap rocks, trap the migrating hydrocarbons and prevent them from escaping to the surface.
Over geological time, tectonic forces fold and fracture the Earth's crust, creating natural traps where oil and natural gas accumulate.
Some traps stretch for only a few kilometers, while others extend across entire regions.
The composition of crude oil varies from one reservoir to another. The composition of crude oil varies from one reservoir to another. Some crudes are light and sweet, containing fewer impurities and producing larger yields of gasoline and diesel. Others are heavy and sour, rich in sulfur, and requiring more complex refining processes. Scientists classify crude oil based on characteristics such as API gravity, which measures density, and sulfur content. These properties influence refining costs, market value, and even international pricing. Not all oil is the same, but every barrel represents millions of years of Earth's geological history. Finding oil is one of the most sophisticated scientific challenges on Earth. Companies cannot simply drill at random. A single exploratory well may cost tens of millions of dollars on land and well over 100 million offshore, making careful exploration essential. The search begins with geologists, who study rock formations, ancient environments, and structural features that may have created oil traps. Satellite imagery, aerial surveys, and geological mapping help identify promising regions. Next come geophysicists, who use seismic surveys to peer beneath the surface without digging. On land, specialized trucks generate controlled vibrations that travel through the Earth.
Offshore, research vessels tow arrays of sensitive hydrophones, while releasing carefully controlled sound pulses into the seabed.
As these waves encounter different rock layers, they reflect back to the surface.
Powerful computers analyze the returning signals to build detailed three-dimensional images of the subsurface. These seismic models reveal folds, faults, salt domes, and other structures where hydrocarbons may be trapped. Yet even the best technology cannot guarantee success. Only by drilling an exploration well can engineers confirm whether economically recoverable oil is actually present.
Hi brothers and sisters, I hope that all is well. It's my first channel on YouTube. Please subscribe and like my channel for my motivation. And
sometimes they discover giant fields capable of producing for decades. Other times, after investing enormous sums, they find nothing. The search for oil is a calculated gamble, where science, technology, and uncertainty meet. Before the first drop of oil is produced, an enormous construction effort must take place. In remote deserts, forests, frozen tundra, or deep oceans, engineers first build the infrastructure needed to support drilling operations. Roads are carved through difficult terrain. Temporary camps, power systems, water supplies, communications networks, and maintenance facilities are established.
Offshore projects are even more demanding.
Massive steel jackets, often weighing tens of thousands of tons,
are fabricated in specialized shipyards.
These structures are transported by heavy lift vessels and installed on the seabed using some of the largest marine cranes ever built.
In deeper waters, fixed platforms become impractical. Engineers instead deploy floating production systems,
All anchored with advanced mooring systems designed to withstand powerful waves, currents, and storms. Every platform is equipped with living quarters, power generation, control rooms, emergency systems. Only after this vast engineering network is in place can the drilling process begin. After years of geological research, seismic imaging, and billions of dollars in investment, everything comes down to one defining moment. The drill touches the earth. This is where science meets engineering, and where every meter drilled carries both extraordinary promise and enormous risk. Modern oil wells are among the most sophisticated engineering projects ever undertaken.
While a rig may appear simple from the outside, beneath it lies a complex system of machinery capable of drilling 3 to 8 kilometers below the surface. While a rig may appear simple from the outside, beneath it lies a complex system of machinery capable of drilling 3 to 8 kilometers below the surface. Unlike early oil wells that were drilled straight down, today's wells can curve horizontally through underground reservoirs for several kilometers. This technology allows engineers to reach more oil while minimizing the number of wells required, reducing costs and environmental disturbance. At the center of the operation is the drill string, a long assembly of steel pipes connected end to end.
Attached to its tip is an incredibly strong drill bit, often embedded with industrial diamonds or tungsten carbide, designed to cut through some of the hardest rocks on Earth.
But drilling generates intense heat and rock fragments. To overcome these challenges, engineers circulate a specially formulated fluid known as drilling mud.
Despite its name, drilling mud is one of the most advanced fluids in the energy industry. It cools the drill, lubricates moving components.
Deep beneath the Earth's surface lies an environment unlike anything humans experience above ground. Temperatures can exceed 150 degrees Celsius. Pressures may reach thousands of pounds per square inch. One mistake, one equipment failure, one uncontrolled release could trigger a catastrophic blowout.
Modern drilling rigs are also equipped with thousands of digital sensors that continue pressure.
Its massive hydraulic rams can seal the well within seconds, even cutting through thick steel drill pipes if necessary. After weeks, sometimes months, the drill finally reaches its destination, a porous rock formation saturated with crude oil.
Before production can begin, engineers install steel casing inside the well and pump specialized cement into the space between the casing and surrounding rock.
Only then is the reservoir carefully perforated, using precisely controlled explosive charges. If natural reservoir pressure is high enough, crude oil begins flowing toward the surface.
As pressure declines over time, powerful pumps, such as the iconic pump jack, often called the nodding donkey,
In many mature fields, operators employ enhanced oil recovery techniques. Water injection maintains reservoir pressure.
Natural gas injection pushes oil toward production wells. Steam injection heats heavy crude, reducing its viscosity and allowing it to flow more easily.
The fluid emerging from a newly drilled well is rarely pure crude oil. Instead, it is a complex mixture.
Before it can be transported, this mixture must be separated. Inside massive pressure vessels called three-phase separators. Extracting oil is only half the challenge. Now it must travel, sometimes thousands of kilometers, to refineries around the world. Massive steel pipes are delivered, aligned, welded, inspected using advanced ultrasonic testing, coated to resist corrosion.
When pipelines cannot reach their destination, crude oil is transported by rail, road tankers, or some of the largest ships ever built.
Oceans. Before crude oil enters a refinery, it is often stored in massive industrial terminals. These facilities act
Inside the towering distillation column, one incredible process takes place.
because every hydrocarbon has a different boiling point. The heated crude oil naturally separates into different layers as it rises through the tower. From a single barrel of crude oil, refineries produce a wide range of valuable products: LPG, gasoline, jet fuel.
Many of these products undergo additional refining processes, such as catalytic cracking, hydrocracking, reforming, and hydrotreating.
The most surprising transformation happens after refining. A significant portion of crude oil is not burned as fuel.
Petrochemicals are used to produce plastics, synthetic rubber, medical equipment, medicines, cosmetics, and fertilizers that help feed billions of people.
Crude oil is more than a fuel. It is one of the world's most strategically important commodities.
The world is changing. Renewable energy, electric vehicles, hydrogen, and advanced battery technologies are reducing dependence on fossil fuels in many sectors.
Yet despite this transition, experts expect crude oil to remain an essential resource for decades.
As humanity moves toward a cleaner energy future, the legacy of crude oil will remain deeply woven into the foundations of modern civilization.